Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brett from Mud Run Guide, and I'm here with a good friend and amazing guy, a big part of the industry here, Ryan Kunkel, the co-founder of Warrior Dash. Now, Ryan, great to see you. Now, you're out in Chicago. I know it's been a while since I visited, but how's everything at Red Frog offices? Yeah, you guys have an amazing office, amazing vibe. I always dig coming out there because you're always doing something. Whether it's the camping area in there or, geez, the slide. Did you guys move the slide down from what is it, the seventh floor or whatever? Yeah, that's a good old tree house up there. But the Red Frog office is really something else. But yeah, I'm coming to where am I? I'm in Toronto, Canada, home of the OCR World Championships, and you and I are going to do some chatting about mud runs and OCRs. So wow, first off, 8 years, brother, 8 years. Can you believe it? It's just something else. Just think back. We've had this conversation before, so we're going to have it on camera now. Tell me about the first event. What was it like? Did you have any clue? Well, so Joliet, Illinois, on July 18th, back in 2009. So you and your co-founder Joe, um, you had to try to figure this stuff out. So what got you into it, and how did it come about? Just give me a brief bit of the origin story of Warrior Dash. So I believe you were telling me about what 4 a.m. that morning. Oh well, even before that, what were your projections on who was going to show up and how many crazy individuals were going to show up for this, and what actually happened? Yeah, come on. Yeah. Oh, jeez. So you put 2,000 people through the course and had them finish by 10 o'clock. Oh. Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, but that's where all the joy comes into this. When you like anything else, you've got to break it to figure out how to fix it or figure out what's going to work. So you guys, you broke it pretty well. So if you think about it for a second, you expected, I think you said before you expected about 500, but yet 2,000 showed up. So that had to be pretty nuts in and of itself. Um, oh, jeez. So how do you? Okay, so 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock that day, you and Joe look at each other and you say, "Holy shit! What did we just do? And how do we do this again?" So how did you go from that rate, that paintball park in Joliet, Illinois? Back it's 2009. That's the amazing part is people don't maybe realize that you're going into you're in your ninth year of Warrior Dash. But so back from that event, you've got to now we want to do this all the time. Where do you go from here? Oh, well, and so since then, so you grew from that one event, and then next year, I'm going by memory here, but next year it was over a dozen, wasn't it? In 2010. Oh, sure. So you went from from that 10 at your peak. You were putting on. I should have notes, but I'm up here planning the course for World Championships. At the peak. You guys are somewhere up 38, 42 a year, I think. Wow. Well, and here's the important part that a lot of people, hopefully maybe you folks watching right now, kind of miss out on a little bit. Is there's definitely an interplay with you and the rest of the industry, but also with these venues and the crowds, and kind of paring back where is necessary. You can't put on a race with with the numbers just not being there. So you guys have actually, and we've had this conversation. You guys have always been smart about how you ramp up. I think this year is a really good example of. And this is me giving you a compliment, I guess, but a really good example of you went out and you said, okay, these are my best markets. These are the markets that we know do really well. We have a rabid following, and it's big markets. You have how many this year? Um, And so you started off the season with like 22 or 23 that were announced, right? And as the season picked up, you actually added some more venues the last month. Hmm. See, that's awesome. I mean, there's explosive growth. There was the Wild West that you saw before. There was that overwhelming compound growth that you saw in 2011. We're really like 12 and 13, where you couldn't hold enough events. And as the market contracted a little bit, you guys played smart. Like say Phoenix. I love the Phoenix venue. I've been there enough times. But this last year, you said, you know what, Phoenix wasn't as strong. We did 2 days. We're paring it back to 1 year, and then this year you're like, yeah, last year we really saturated that market. Let's take a year away. So it sucks for us in Phoenix right now that you're not there. I miss you guys. But realistically, I think that there's going to be a stronger demand for you guys to come back again next year because I hear it from runners in the area. They're like, oh, where's Warrior Dash? So, hopefully it'll be, new venue and you guys will come back again next year. I guess I'm asking you, just come back, okay? We I can't put you on the spot, but yeah, I'm just asking. Awesome, awesome. Well, and that speaks volumes to the way that you guys run your business. And obviously, I'm a big fan. I enjoy sitting down with you guys as often as possible. My visits to Chicago are always many and enjoyable. But let's shift gears a little bit to the amazing good you've done. Now, you've been great for the industry. There's no question about that. You guys have done something that's far above, in a way, different and better for the world than just OCR. So tell me a little bit about what you do for St. Jude and what you have done for, wow, for 9 years, 8 years. That's truly amazing. Let's harken back to that number again. $14 million you've raised for the St. Jude Children's Hospital. You can't, and there's no one else out there that could say anything close. It's unbelievable. That partnership is amazing. When you walk into the offices, you can't miss the signs and everything that you have. Got the the artwork on the walls and the huge murals and pretty much like the running ticker where you guys have everything listed that what you're doing for them. It's truly amazing. This will be the part. Insert photo here. I'm sure I've got a photo of it from being out there. But so what's coming up for you? We've got a couple. Well, we have the National Obstacle Course Racing Day, which is coming up on Tuesday, and depending on that's tomorrow. And depending on when I release this, it'll probably be today. So happy National OCR Day, everybody! Um, but Tuesday, July 18th. What's significant about that day? Yeah, and just to think of the disruption that you were talking about at the very beginning, and how you wanted to just get off the pavement. It's amazing to think. Oh, did I? It might. Hopefully, it'll come back. There we go. There you go. Yeah, it's glitched a couple of times. Great hotel internet, I guess. But so you so we talked about the amount of money you raised. How many participants? From those after those first 2,000 at the paintball park in Joliet. How many more people have come through your turnstiles? That is insane. To imagine how you've grown from that to that. Well, so as we talk about growing, what's on the radar? What's ahead for Warrior Dash? I know this year you guys did a great job with designing some new obstacles and having some feedback with with voting from your fans and everything. So I love where you're going, mixing stuff up. What's the future? What's coming up for Warrior Dash?
We have our 10th season right around the corner, and we're going to make it fresh. We have some nice surprises that we're working on that I'm not going to disclose yet.
Just come on, one, nothing, just a screen cap of something. I'll dig her. I'll root around the office. I'll find somebody that's willing to give me a screen cap of something.
Yeah, you try to talk Harry for that.
Yeah, I think so. That's exactly where I was going to.
But no, I mean, when you think about, I would say looking back 8 years ago in that first event, you think about where our obstacles have come from. And essentially, we were just using this terrain and some minor builds to have obstacles like Goliath today. I think it's cool to see the innovation that's occurred and how fun and challenging the obstacles can be.
Well, and to talk about that really quick here at the end. How important? I know how important Warrior Dash is to from entry level all the way up to OCR World Championship qualifiers. Um, yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. What does the Warrior come out and do Warrior Dash for? Is it do you see mostly beginners? Do you see more veteran stuff, or do you see a lot of people kind of bringing their kids or no, teenagers, but bringing their friends and friends, wives, girlfriends for their first event? What do you see? What's
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in being the accessible version of OCR. We want to introduce people to the sport. We want people to come out and have a great time and be able to accomplish the obstacles that we provide them. With that said, we also want to be able to have the more veteran OCR athletes come out and have a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And when we come to your communities and to your cities, that you guys come out and have a great time and qualify for even more challenging variations. So, yeah.
that's I mean that's something else. That I think one of the and we're perpetrator. I'm a perpetrator of this as well. I always tell everyone, for a first event, Warrior Dash is perfect, but maybe that sentence gets lost in or maybe the deeper definition of that is, yeah, it's great for beginners, but it's still a challenge for everybody. As a race director, people will say, "Oh, I'm just going to do the 5K for even a road racer." Oh, it's just a 5K. It doesn't matter if a 5K is easy, run it harder, run it faster, and it gets a lot harder. So the competitive waves, you've seen actually a pretty good uptick in the participation in the competitive wave early in the morning. So tell me about that. That's the first. What time of day and how does that work?
So we start today. The first wave is our competitive wave, and that's our qualifying wave for the OCR World Champs. And, uh, and that's a great opportunity where our most elite athletes can come out and compete head to head.
I hope I didn't lose you again. My Yeah. Well, my hotel internet is not the best. But so, anyways, first wave, competitive OCR World Championship qualifier. Show up, kick some ass, have some fun, and bring the family. Now, this is great because I love the fact that this is the first time I'm actually able to see eye to eye with you. Because me at 5'8" and you at 7'2", this is this is the first time we get to be on the same. I'm even doing this a little bit on the camera, so I feel like I'm taller than you. Ryan, awesome talking to you again, brother. I look forward to seeing you out in Chicago very soon. Warrior Dash, July 18th, 2009, all the way up to 2017. 8 years of mayhem, mud, and horns, brother. Rye, take care, man. Bye.